What do you feel like that it needs to change in the education system, in your opinion?
The current education system has a lot of positives and negatives. The positives are that we have an inclusive classroom where we have a great diversity of learners and a great diversity of ethnicities, and it's wonderful for students to be able to learn from each other. It's also, I'm learning from students every day. However, with the current classroom sizes, it's really difficult for me to get around to student to student to student and to hear their stories, their individual stories, and meet with them on an individual basis. With this large diversity, it makes it harder for me to get around from student to student to student. So smaller classroom sizes would facilitate a better learning environment, not only for myself, but also for my students.
Okay, so with the current system, what do you feel is beneficial to our society and what are the limitations?
Beneficial in terms of the classroom is collaborative learning. That's what it is like out in the real world. You have to collaborate with all sorts of individuals. So the more exposure you have that during the school year, during your schooling years, the better off you're going to be. You're going to be more prepared. Technology, we use lots of technology in our classrooms now, which is the more we can get that within our classroom, the more beneficial it will be for students. Again, though, that comes with growing pains. So we do need to have smaller classroom sizes, again, so that teachers can get around from student to student and really help them individually.
That's a pretty big topic.
Compared to when I was in school, there's a lot more diversity. Again, there's a lot more collaborative learning, which is fantastic. It's not just sitting in your seat and learning all the information. You're sharing ideas. It's evolving to be a fantastic system, and I think what we have in our school system is really, really good. It's just whether we have the backing and the ability to facilitate that learning in the most positive light.
Yeah, I think teachers are effective.
So you don't have any tutors to help?
I have no tutors.
Okay, so do you agree with the strikes for teachers or not?
I think it's fair. I mean, they're not getting paid enough, right? In Vancouver, there's a high cost of living, right? And they need higher salaries. So, yeah, I think so.
So do you currently see any flaws in the education system that you would like to change?
Well, I think maybe because my brother's really into drama, and I think he makes a good point that we're kind of undervaluing some skills, like speaking skills are undervalued because we just do tests, written tests, and there's nothing kind of valuing, talking to people, talking in front of crowds. So I think that's undervalued. That should be put up.
Okay, thank you. So why do you think they're effective?
I don't know, that's their job.
It's so old and they haven't changed it.
The teachers, they said that they aren't going to stay after school or before school or at lunchtime for help, extra help. And we get lots of days off, so it's just not a good thing. Yeah.
You see it as a positive?
I think for the teachers it's negative, isn't it? I'm not sure.
Like, there's bad teachers out there and it's so hard to fire them. And then there's also good teachers, but then...
This is what you're doing now, and there's no say at all.